We get together here on Wednesday evenings and talk about the early single sideband transmitters. Most of us are on vacuum tube radios, and some people come by on hybrids, and people come by on modern radios, and that's just fine if you're interested in what we're doing. Let's keep buy-sell trades to vintage equipment, and if you're working on a radio and you need some technical advice, there's a lot of people here that have worked on a lot of radios. And I'm sorry about the fact that my phone is ringing. Let me see if I can get it to stop. Okay, I was listening for a word out of New Orleans, but that's not New Orleans. All right, technical advice is available here by a lot of experienced and well-trained technicians. There's at least 3 or 4 net controls here, something like that. And I'm going to pick up maybe 6, 7 of them, give it to Jay. Jay can give it to Rusty. KL7CD sometimes needs to take some check-ins also. Anybody need to talk to me about anything before we start taking check-ins? K5LY.
I got a little info there, Ned.
Okay, Sammy.
I did get an email from Nick, and he said all is well there. He said he was made it through it in pretty good shape, and he lost, I think, an element on one of his antennas, his beam, but he's doing okay on, but he's on the generator. So they made it through it okay.
Good to know. Good to know. All right. Well, we were worried about those guys. It's tough over there. All right. Let me see here. First person I heard was TXW. My neighbor, George. Talk to us. K5LYN.
Hello, Lynn, and all around the net. For the finest hour of amateur radio for the week from WB5TXW, I'm on the S-line. 32S175S3, sure 444. And the 75-meter dipole. And that's it. Over.
Sound good, George? Anything else for the net this evening?
That is all, WB5TXW back to net.
All right, let's talk to one of the other main men out there on the Swan, WB1E. Hey, Doug, bring us up to date.
Okay, very good, Doug. Good evening, everybody on the boat, Anchor, Ned. Hey, happy Wednesday evening. This is Doug in Bryan, Texas, called WB1E, and I'm talking to you on a Swan transceiver tonight. It's a beautiful little all-tube radio, and it treats me well, so no complaints. Electro Boy 638 for the microphone, going out with some RG213 to 80 feet, where there's a 4-to-1 current balun, handmade. You can do it. Just look up the internet for 4-to-1 balun, and it'll show you what to do. In the inverted V, so homebrew. And then so the Hunter Bandit is what's on board on the deck tonight. It's a pretty cool amp. I have done no cleaning to it at all except on the inside, and it was already really clean. So there you go, running 2 3500s, doing about 1 kilowatt because I'm driving the hell out of it. Excuse me. All right, that's all. And back to you. This is WB1E back to net.
Outstanding, Doug. I've never heard anything but beautiful audio and strong signals out of your station. And this evening on that new amplifier is no exception. Nicely done. All right, I didn't say what I'm on tonight. This is an entirely homebrew station built by KG7TR. Transmitter is called Cheap and Easy SSB, which I've had on the net many times. Built around the design of a 1956 QST article. And Mike decided that he needed a companion receiver to this transmitter, all homebrew, made of 8-pin octal tubes and a mechanical filter. He likes to call it the Octal Mania, and I have mated it up with this transmitter, so we're receiving and transmitting on all homebrew vacuum tube equipment. Moving on down the road, how about KC5L? What do you say, Tom? K5LYN.
Hey, good evening, Lynn, at the Boat Anchor's Nest. This is Tom, KC5L in San Antonio. Everyone's sounding good tonight. Great signals all around here. Cheap and easy. Absolutely beautiful as usual. And tonight we're talking on the Central Electronics 200V with an original D104 microphone. And it's driving a Central Electronics 600L, doing about 300 watts into a Johnson KW Magic Box. And a homebrew doubles up about 15 feet. And we're listening on the R398. And that's about it for me here this Back to you, Lynn, KC5L.
Okay, Tom. To reflect your words, I'll say your Central Electronic Station sounds beautiful as always. Nicely done. All right, KA5CXG. How about it, Bob? K5LYN.
Yes, sir. Let me turn the 388 down. Hello, everybody. K5CXG from San Angelo, where it was extremely hot today. It was awful. Looking forward to, I think the calendar said the 23rd fall begins. So we're looking forward to that. That's about it. We're on the 850. I did not have time to put the 820 or the 520 up here today, so we're on the other one for a while. But everybody have a good week. We'll catch you next week, K560.
Absolutely nice signal, Bob. Great to hear you this evening. Take care. N50JB. Hey, talk to us, Denver, K5LYN.
Did you call me?
Yeah, I called you Denver.
Okay, I'm sorry. My wife was in here talking. This is N50JB, Denver in Gonzales, Texas, and I'm talking to you on a Collins S line. I got a 32S1 transmitter. I've got a 75S1 receiver and a 312B4 console, and I'm running a 444D microphone on it, the black one. And I'm going into a fan dipole at about apex at about 30 foot in the air, and barefoot, no amplifiers, and I guess that's about all I can say.
Okay, Denver. Well, that's plenty. That's a mouthful. Nicely done. That station's done a nice job for you. It does so every week. Anything else for the group this evening?
Do what?
I say, anything else for the group this evening?
Oh, nothing other than we're getting a little shower down here.
Oh, that's good. Send it my way. All right, let me talk to N5YER. What do you say, Dale? K5LYN.
Well, I'm talking on two of the oldest pieces of equipment I got in here tonight. One of them, the radio's Kenwood TS450. That's about the only thing I got that old. And through SA 2068 tuner into homemade inverted V up at about 35 feet in the center, dead with ladder line. And that's all I got.
Well, that's all it takes. You may need some more serious vacuum tube radios, though, one of these days. Going to see you up at Belton?
I will be. I'm trying to be there.
So am I. And let's hope nothing goes wrong. All right, Dale, we'll see you later. All right, let me talk to KE5Q, Jim, and then I'm going to give it to you, Jay. Hey, Jim, bring us up to date, K5LYN.
All right. Good evening, K5LYN and the net. This is Kilo Echo 5 Quebec, Jim in Plano. Tonight I'm on the KWM2, and we're bypassing the 3001 tonight and going into the L4B, and that's going into an inverted V tonight. I'm not on the Ultimax 8040, but I'm on an inverted V antenna tonight, and we're using the Shure 444, and copying everybody pretty good here tonight. The band seems to be in good shape. K5LYN, KE5Q. Thanks for calling the net, you guys.
Okay, Jim, spectacular signal. Great to hear you. And yeah, we got some good signals coming in, but it's going to be a whole lot better in another month or so. Okay, Jay, why don't I give it to you, and I'm going to see if I can fire up once again my radio version of a 59 Studebaker here. I didn't get to talk on it much last week. We'll make a second try here tonight. Over you, Jay, KM5QS, K5LYN.
Okay, Lynn, good deal. I turned the amp on. That ought to make a little bit of difference there. I forgot I was running QRP there a while ago. Let me start back at my top of what I got wrote down. W5D. Well, I'll get you in just a second, Don. First, I'm supposed to tell you what I'm talking on, I guess. Kenwood TS820S, R820 receiver, hooked up in transceive. TL922, Electro-Voice 664 alpha microphone, and everything after that is homebrew. The antenna, the tuner, and all that stuff. 160-meter dipole stretched out across the neighborhood. So good evening, everybody, and Whiskey 5 Delta Kilo. Don, go ahead.
All right. Evening, Jay, and everybody on the net. This is Don. I'm in Spring Branch, Comal County, north of San Antonio. Just checking in on my normal station. I got the TR4 transceiver and a shiny D104, C4 console, and I'm using the L4 amp. It's got a couple of 3500s. Actually came with 3400s, I think, originally, paperwork shows, but anyways, it's the early serial number. And I'm just going out through a double extended ZEP antenna on the acreage here, covering lots of footage. Hope everybody's having a good evening. Good to hear everybody. And I'll get back to you, Jay, W5DK.
Okay, Don. It sounded great, as usual. Yeah, the more wire you got in there, the better off you are. I mean, I don't know. It sounds good. It's like if a little bit's good, a whole lot's better. I used to know some guys in the oil patch. That's the way they felt about everything. Anyway, good to hear you. All right, next, KC5WLF, Jimmy. Well, I know he was in there. Maybe he'll be back in a little bit. Okay, WA5, Delta Sierra Sierra. How about you, Bill?
Yes, WA5DSS. We are just south of Kerrville off of Highway 16. Name is Bill. We are on a KWM2 with a 30L1 and using a converted V for an antenna. WA5DSS. Back to the net.
Okay, Bill. Well, the call's sounding good. It's still working. Of course, they always do. Okay, let's see. Ron, N5SM.
Well, good afternoon there, Jay, and everybody on the net. This is Ron in Pleasanton, and I'm running an MC50 microphone into my TS830. Amplifier is a Heathkit SB220, running about 1400 watts right now, it looks like. It's going out ladder line out to a full size 80 meter loop. That's not up very high, about 20 feet, but it seems to do the job. Other than that, we don't have much else to say. So back to you, Jay. Thanks for working the net. N5SM.
Okay. Well, you're only about 120 miles north of me, so that's why your signal's going up and coming right straight back down into my antenna.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, sounds great. Alrighty. Let me see. I'm trying to catch up. November 5, Juliet, India. Ed, your turn.
Okay, Jay, thank you. This is N5JJI. I'm working on my old Kenwood 430, so I'm feeding into the Clipperton L, running about 700-800 watts or so on a peak, which I try not to do. Out to a 80-meter inverted V, up about 40 feet, and just having fun listening in. N5JJI, back to net.
Okay, Ed, good deal. Yeah, maybe we're getting a good start, so who knows? It could be a barn burner tonight, especially after the sun goes down, if we last that long. Let's see. There we go. Here we go. Northeast Texas. K0SED.
Oh, good evening, Jay, and all the boat anchors. K0SED in Tyler. Tonight again, I'm on my trusty old Kenwood 520. Collins 30L on the dipole of 40-odd feet. And, well, certainly looking forward to Belton, but I'm going to be in Mena this next weekend. The 9th and the 10th up on the hill. They're going to have the ham fest, so I'm certainly going to go up and hope to see a bunch of boat anchors up there. Back to you, Jay. K0SED.
Okay, Steve. Now, one of these days, I've got to make that one. That's why I've never made that one. And it's a long ways from here, but who knows what could happen in the future. Because the future's never certain. Well, never mind. I ain't going there. I'm not going there either. So Good to hear you, Steve. And we'll talk to you later. Let me check and see if Jimmy is back. KC5WLF. Are you back, Jimmy? Well, maybe he had to do something there or whatever. The KL7CD. How about you, Mike?
Yeah, I'm here, Jay. Thanks for picking me up. I'm going to have a technical question or advice or whatever at the end, but I just wanted to let you know what I'm on tonight. I'm on the Hallicrafters Twins, about early 60s, SX117 receiver, and they operate in twin condition or transceive mode, and I've got it hooked up that way. Transmitter's HT44, the matching speaker and power supply, and I run from the transmitter to an SB220 ETH kit. That's what I want to talk about. That goes through a Johnson kilowatt matchbox via ladder line out to my loop up in the trees, about 30 feet. And so I hope I'm doing okay. What I'm looking for in the way of technical advice is my SB220 I've been running about 4 or 5 years. Works perfect, everything's fine. If I wanted to push it, I could get 12 or 1,300 watts out of it. I usually run it right around a kilowatt with 80 watts of drive. And so all of a sudden, my high voltage, which used to run unloaded, it was about 3,000 volts. And when I keyed it, it would drop down to about 27, 2750, something like that. And on the low setting, it would run about 2350, 2400, and drop down to about, 2100, something like that. And all of a sudden, for unknown reasons and without anything changing in the shack, my high voltage on the high setting dropped down to about 2400 volts. On the low, and that's with no key, right? That's idling. And then on the low voltage setting, instead of 2400, it dropped down to about 1950, something like that. And so I checked my drive. My drive is the same as it has always been. Just my high voltage has dropped way down, so obviously my output, instead of a kilowatt, with 80 watts of drive, I get about 500, 550 watts. So anybody got any suggestions, advice, knowledge on something like that during the net or after the net, I'd appreciate it. KL7 Charlie Delta, back to you, Jay.
Well, the first thing I'll think of is check your high voltage, check your capacitors. You might be losing a cap, and it's not providing the what it's supposed to do. You could be losing a cap. You could have a bleed resistor that's going south, shorting out, going straight to ground, or not. Well, it wouldn't be straight to ground. That'd be a direct short. But something I would check your high voltage supply. I can't think of the right word. Rusty, tell him what I'm trying to tell him.
Well, you pretty well said it there, Jay. If you lose the diode, you're going to lose it altogether. It's either going to short or open up, and you're not going to get anything. But yeah, Jay's right. Probably your caps. You might want to just rebuild the cap board for that thing, and I've got one here if you're interested, and it fits right in there where the original caps were. You can make yourself some little L brackets out of some little aluminum angle iron, and mount it right in there, and it hooks up just like it originally did. And that probably will fix you up there.
Okay, I'll make one comment about that. This thing has had all the Harbach mods put in it, so it's got the soft start and all that sort of thing. And of course, the capacitor and diode board were replaced with the Harbach kit that came And then that was about 2012, 2013, something like that. So I kind of put that out of my mind, but that's the place I'll start.
Roger.
I would still check your filter caps.
I would visually look at those caps.
Even,
I don't know if they're the
old,
ones with the metal outside on them or if they're the kind that you can look at and see if they're bulging a little bit on one end. I'll be on the opposite end from where they're hooked up, see if they're bulging. And that might answer your question.
Okay, a little bit or double, but I got the message. Thanks so much. I'll start there.
Delta Radio.
Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, you're losing capacitance in your capacitor bank. It's they're not failing explosively like we all like to think, but they're drying out, and when the electrolyte dries out, the capacitance goes away, and then your B plus drops suddenly. So it's time to replace them.
It was like one day it was wide open, and the next day it was 500 watts instead of 1,000.
That's how it does it.
Yeah, sounds like one of the caps died.
Yeah, I'd get the power turned off of that thing, and to be safe, just replace them all.
It's a voltage doubler circuit, so they only has to lose one cap for the whole thing to come crashing down.
Yep.
Now, if I replace one, I'm going to replace them all. If one's going bad, you don't know when the rest of them are going to go. Thanks so much, guys.
That's right.
Just use those snap caps. They work fine.
Okay, I've run my list out. So unless you want to check into that.
Alrighty, I'm not on no boat anchor or anything. I'm just on my Kenwood 890 barefoot, 70 watts out to the double zip. And I do have a teaser for Belton. I'm bringing the Yaesu FT102 station up there, the whole station, all the goodies that go with it. It's got a failed TR relay in the transceiver. That's it. Other than that, everything else works and does over 200 watts out. And comes with a lot of extras, custom dust covers, nicely embroidered and all that, really nice looking. All the cables you need to connect the VFO. It's got the digital VFO and the speaker, and matching covers for everything. And I got a box full of boards, probably enough boards to build 2 radios out of, and a box with some brand new 6146s in it, 3 of them. And you can get all that for $1,000. But you got to come up to Belton either Friday or Saturday and pay me cash. So that's what we got. And I'm not shipping it anywhere. You come up there and pick it up. And that's all I got there, Mr. J. KK5DR.
Okay, Matt. Good deal. Yeah, those are great old rigs. Unfortunately, I don't have any room or that much extra cash right now. Okay, Rusty, I think I'm going to let you take a run at it because I'm out of names. KM5QS to WK5R.
KM5QS, WK5R. And like man, I'm not on a boat anchor. I don't have one here other than that one that's a little too broad, the old Helicopters. I'm on the usual TS590 Kenwood, the Audio-Technica microphone, driving the homebrew GS35B amp. Up to dipole at about 50-55 feet. And we're doing, about 1,300 is what we're doing right now. We ain't hitting too hard. So with that, who else is out there for Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Tango November, K5
Whiskey Oscar Zulu.
Okay. What a train wreck. I got one call out of that. Whiskey Oscar Zulu. Go ahead there, Dan.
Okay, thanks, Rusty. I figured if I was patient, they'd all pile on, but I could sneak in at the end. Okay, this is Dan, KWZ, downtown Sanctuary City of Houston. And I'm talking on the same thing I usually do lately. It's a Kenwood TS530 SP, and I'm driving a homebrew amplifier with 3 813s in it. and it's putting out about 1,1200 watts right now, and that's about as far as it's going to go, I think. And microphone's a 444D, and the antenna's an inverted V up about 42 feet. And that's it. Had a good lunch with Sammy and Keith and Byron today up there, and Brian. And looked around at all Sammy's nice junk. I only get a chance to see about 10% of it every time, but if you go 10 times, you can usually see most all of it. That's it from here, just working on stuff. KWOZ, back to net.
Okay, Dan. 5:30 sounds good as usual there. I know one thing, you're right about Sammy's. All right, let's see if I can pull some more out of that train wreck. Who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Whiskey 5 Tango Foxtrot. Kilo 5 Foxtrot Tango November.
Okay, I'm going to have to do these one at a time there. But, great. The Tango Foxtrot something there, go ahead.
Okay, Whiskey 5 Tango Foxtrot, thank you. Name is Terry. I'm located near Laurel, Mississippi. We dodged the bullet. Had no big deal here, about 6 inches of rain. Bunch of limbs on the ground, but nothing drastic. I'm on a Central Electronics 100V transmitter with a D104 mic, R4B receiver, driving an SB220, and double bazooka up at about 60 feet. Everybody's coming in here pretty good, but I do have a lot of static. Back to you. WK5R, W5 Tango Foxtrot, over.
Big signal in New Braunfels, Texas, and really good audio.
Yeah, he does there, Mike. Yeah, the Central Electronics is sounding good there. Okay, let's see if I can pull some more out of there. Who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
OZZ. Juliet. K5 STN.
OZZ, go ahead, Don.
Yeah, this is W5 OZZ on 520 SV200 and antenna about 45 feet in the air. Over.
All right, yeah, sounds good there. Okay. Romeo, was it RRZ? Is that right? I may have got a little bit messed up there, but go ahead.
Whiskey 5, radio, Japan. JJ here, Juliet in New Mexico, over.
Okay, station New Mexico, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. That's JJ or Jerry in New Mexico, talking on a KSB 102 with a D104 SD220 helper and a 160-meter loop, over.
All right, the T-Kid SB102 is sounding good there. I don't hear anything wrong with the D104 either. I appreciate you checking in there. All right, who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Kilo Charlie 5 Whiskey Lima Foxtrot.
Okay, Whiskey Lima Fox, go ahead.
Yeah, Roger, I had tried to get in earlier, but I had to go to the store. Yeah, this is Jimmy, Kilo Charlie 5 Whiskey Lima Foxtrot, and I'm talking from Northwest Austin, I'm Cedar Park, but I'm on a FT1010 Delta, and off-center fed dipole on 80 meters, and no extra power. Got an old D104 on it, that's it.
Okay, Jimmy, that's the Yaesu FT101ZD sounds good there. All right, we'll catch you next time. Okay, who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Kilo 5 Foxtrot Tango November.
Y'all slow down and try that again. All I got was double on each other. Slow it down and spread them out just a little bit. Come again.
Kilo 5 Foxtrot Tango November.
Kilo 5 Foxtrot Tango November. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is John checking in on my old NCX3 and a D104 running a fan dipole for 75 and 40.
Okay, the National NCX3 is sounding good there. Appreciate you checking in. Okay, who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Whiskey 5 Charlie Victor Tango.
W5 Charlie Victor Tango, go ahead.
Yes, sir. This is Sean here in Cypress, Texas. running a new to me FT1000 MP Mark V, 100 watts into the gutter.
Oh, that's our HOA guy.
Oh, okay, yeah, he was there for a little bit and then went away, but the Yaesu Mark V there, 1000 Mark V is doing the job there from the HOA. Appreciate you checking in there. Okay, I'll see if I can get some more here. Who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Okay, there were two there, but I cannot pull them out. Anybody else got them?
Hey, Alpha 4. I didn't get the last part.
Try him and see if you can pick him up, Mike.
Okay, Alpha 4. You're pretty far down in the noise. Give us your call real slow again, please. No response.
I didn't hear anything either, Mike. Okay, I'll try it again, see if I can get anything else. Anybody else out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? Come now.
KE5ARQ.
KE5ARQ, go ahead.
Hey, everybody. This is James over in Floresville, running the Kenwood TSA30S, the inverted via about 40 feet. I was barefooted tonight and got the Shure 444 mic, and that is about a KE5ARQ back to net.
Okay, the Kenwood 830 is sounding good there. All right, let's see if there's anybody else out there I can pull out of that mess. Is there anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. All right, I got no response. Are you ready with the Studebaker there, Lynn?
Well, I don't know. What do you make of it, Rusty? K5LYN.
I'd say go for it. K5LYN, WK5R.
Okay. I'll try to talk to a few people, then I'll give it to KL7CD, see if he wants to talk to some folks. Anyway, I have switched radios to kind of a shaky situation here. This began its life in 1948 when Collins produced their first permeability-tuned oscillator-type VFO, and that's the Collins 310B. And they used it with their big AM rigs in those days. And I'm using it to excite what what Heathkit called their single sideband adapter, the SB10. And my SB10, I'm using it to adapt the Heathkit Novice rig, DX60, the single sideband. And that whole thing is then driving the Collins 30L1. And I compare it to a 59 Studebaker because it's certainly not the best and brightest radio of its time. But it's sort of fun to operate it and see how much you can get it to work. And hopefully, like the Studebaker, it'll get you where you're going. All right, let me have a couple of check-ins here. If anybody out there that can hear this thing, K5LYN. Well, now, as many people as we've had on the net tonight, and it's a big group, there ought to be somebody out there hearing this thing. Am I still on planet Earth?
It sounds good, man. It's just, I don't know, maybe we're out of contact.
Okay, I got OZL and I got Spring, Texas. OZL, talk to us.
Hey, roger that now. I don't have a whole lot to talk about. I'm working on the SB220, trying to get it back online. Other than that, just talking on the ICOM 7300, 100 watts, but anyway, appreciate you doing the net out there, and thanks for having me. KG5OZL, back to you.
Okay, I missed the name.
Name is Josh.
Okay, Josh, what do all you have to do with that SB220? Is it on the air now, or are you still working on it?
I'm still working on it. I need a plate amp meter and, kind of check the tubes out and everything. I turned it on. Both tubes came on, and all of a sudden, one of them went off. I think I got a loose connection in the socket somewhere, so I'm going to have to take it all apart again and find out.
Okay, well, like the discussion we had about an amplifier a while ago, does it still have its original filter capacitors, or have they been replaced?
No, we replaced all the caps.
Well, that was you did the right thing. So, keep us posted on that project. Anybody have any advice for Josh there?
Clean the sockets.
Say again, Jay?
Clean and tighten the pin holders on the socket.
Okay, Josh, did you copy that?
Roger. Yeah, I did copy that, and I'll see what I can do about that. I'm going to tear it apart tomorrow again, see what I can find out. All right, guys, y'all have a good one out there, 7-3. KG5OZL, back to you.
Okay, we're here every Wednesday evening, so keep us posted on the project. We'll be curious to find out what you find, because somebody else can use that information down the road. Okay, did I hear somebody in Spring, Texas, or something like that?
That was Josh a while ago. He was in Cold Spring.
Oh, okay, that was Josh. Okay, I couldn't tell exactly what I was hearing. All right, who else for the net tonight? K5LYN listening. Okay, Larry, AA4 something I got you, Larry, in there just above my Austin noise level. Talk to us. Let's see what we can hear. Over. Okay. Rusty, can you relay?
He's still talking.
Rusty, you there?
Yeah, I was waiting for him to finish. He's on a Kenwood TS530. I got that much, but that was about it.
Okay, did anybody copy Larry Benavenata? I got about 50%.
20-meter net on Sunday afternoons.
Okay, Larry, it's just a little bit early. Come back and talk to us some night when it's a little bit darker and the skip's a little bit better, okay?
He's coming way up.
Okay, AA4VI. Got that right, didn't I?
Roger.
All right. Yeah, give us a little bit more darkness and we'll hear you a lot better. Thanks for coming by. All right, hey, KL7CD. Mike, you want to take some check-ins? How about it, K5LYN?
Tail end Charlie here as usual, and you've worked through them, but I'll give it a shot. Okay, you've landed on the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. If you're not a normal attendee, that's no problem. We talk about vacuum tube radios and hybrids, and of course modern radios are more than welcome. So it's a Boat Anchors Unlimited net, 3870 on Wednesday nights at 7:30. Anybody listening and want to check in, come now. I think I heard somebody way out there. Not much copy though. Try it again, sir.
Somebody's breaking up.
Audio trouble.
It's a 5, and it sounds like he's got RF. 5 station. Try it one more time, please. He's breaking up on my end. Anybody else copy?
No, not intelligible here either.
I could hear a lot of RF.
Sound like a boat anchor that needs to come up out of the water.
That was tacky, Jeff.
No, that was me, KC5NDI testing at Heathkit.
I don't think I'm going to do any good, then go ahead and pass it on to Jay.
Yeah. Had a chance at having a little fun with this version of a radio version of a 59 Studebaker here tonight, and that was my goal, so that's been accomplished. Why don't we let Jay and Rusty wrap it up, and I'll still be here, but we may have covered the territory. What do you think, Jay, K5LYN?
Okay. Yeah, I've yes, sir. It's not too bad. We've had 27 check-ins so far, and last week we had 33, which had stretched out for a long time. So, considering times we've had a hurricane since then, and also we neglected to take into account that today is the first day that the constitutional carry law goes into effect for the citizens of Texas, so they may still be out target shooting, who knows. But at any rate, with all that nonsense over with, is there anyone else out there that would like to check into the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? Come now, please. My. It may be one of those days. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to pass along to those of y'all that, I said ladies and gentlemen because there may be some of the fairer sex listening. You never know. Life is too short for some of the small stuff, so enjoy what you got while you can. Enjoy the people around you while you can. Because all too soon, some of them will go to the Lord, and then we'll have to wait to see them till later. Talking about that today because we interred a very good 50-year friend today, and so puts me in the mood. Be nice to each other if you can, and try not to let politics screw up a good relationship. It happens too much. All those words of maudlin wisdom over with. We enjoyed everyone who checked in tonight. We enjoyed doing this. It's a good time. I love to hear the old rigs. And love everybody appreciating them and having a good time doing it. So I'm going to pass along my 73s and give it to Rusty so he can do his thing. KM5QS to WK5R.
KM5QS, WK5R. All right, guys. Appreciate it. All right. All right, I'm getting ready to close her down. Is there anybody else out there that wants to check into the Boat Anchors Unlimited net before I shut her down? Come now.
I don't know if you can hear me or not, Rusty. W50MR Mobile, over.
Yeah, go ahead, Jeff. I got you good.
Well, I'm over in the panhandle of Texas, about 75 miles shy of Amarillo, on my way to Colorado, and I think I'm going to stop and do this for tonight. So that's about it. Running the Kenwood TS2000 at the Mobile, so that's not a boat anchor. Using the old Worthmore 2 transistor amplifier. That's almost getting to be a boat anchor, but the Buckcaster engine of the original design, and that is a boat anchor, and it's been around for an awful long time. I'm just doing different things with it to keep it working well. That's all we got here out in Mobile, Rusty. Y'all have a good night. I enjoyed listening. We'll see you later. W50MR.
All right, I take it you're heading sort of northwest there. Well, be careful out there, Jeff. We'll catch you when you get back in range there. All right.
Colorado for,
anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited before I close it?
I'm sorry, we doubled. I'm in Fort Collins, Colorado. Rusty, over.
Roger, that's the direction I thought you did. Anyway, 10-3 there, Jeff. We'll catch you next time. All right. Last call. Anybody else for Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
I'll check in with you. W5MRB.
Oh, hello, Bobby. Go ahead.
Oh, hello. I don't have any boat anchor right now up and running. Just sitting here on this old mobile unit. Just one of these 827s. But y'all have a good night and everything. Enjoy listening to y'all. W5MRB.
Bobby, you got a boat anchor behind the microphone, over.
Well, you know, I've got it sitting on the ground over here. I got to finish up all of the updates and putting all the new caps in it, but one of these days.
Roger, Roger. Good hearing you, Bobby. We'll catch you next time. Okay, I'll throw it out there one more time, see if there's anybody else before I do my 73s there. Anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Contact rescue.
Go ahead, Mike.
I was just wondering, Jeff there, I think he was mobile, headed toward Colorado. Was he on a modern rig?
He's on a TS-2000.
Okay, thank you.
All right, last call for Boat Anchors Unlimited, Nick. Come now. I hear none. Well, we'd like to thank everybody that checked in, even Jeff out there in the mobile. But Jay, myself, Mike, Lynn, all of us that do the net control here, we know what it takes to keep these old boogers on the air and keep them going. We'll look for you next week. This is WK5R with the Boat Anchors Unlimited net, now closing the net and returning the frequency back to normal amateur abuse.
Nicely done, everybody. K5OYN 73.